Morning, folks. John Strand, the Truth Maverick here for Totally LA and New Right Network. Joining me is my friend Christian Walker. Hey, Chris.
Hi, so happy to be here again.
Amazing. So, standing here in front of fake news CNN headquarters in Hollywood, I saw a headline. This, I think, came in yesterday, that Donald Trump is building the wall. He's been doing it for a while. It's a very important task. And I think yesterday the headline was he has completed 370 plus miles of wall. That is impressive. He continues to assure us that Mexico will be involved in helping to pay for the cost of that, which is probably fair and a helpful thing as well. But Christian, I know that immigration is an important subject for you. What does the subject of immigration mean in terms of American politics and American culture and what's going on in the world right now?
Well, what it means is, you know, since the 1965 Immigration Act, it was a Ted Kennedy Immigration Act where we started importing third world cultures and more third world immigrants than any other type of immigrant, more immigrants from the third world than from our mother country. And that drastically changes the country because a lot of these third world immigrants, sure, maybe they're nice people, but there's a lack of understanding of Western civilization and it's much harder to assimilate them. So when we're throwing people who don't understand our culture in, that creates a lot of problems. So when Donald Trump comes in and he says immigration is one of his top issues and he says we're going to build a wall between us and Mexico, it just really registered with voters.
Totally. Also, I would say that building a wall isn't even so much of a immigration issue per se. In other words, building a wall is not saying we don't want immigration or we don't like immigrants. Obviously, that's laughable. America is a country entirely of immigrants. But it's a powerful, it is a symbol, but it's really more a powerful tool, literally, because unlike on our northern border with Canada, on our southern border with Mexico, there are rampant problems involving traffic and a lot of illegal traffic and dangerous criminal traffic, whether that's immigration or whether it's drug cartels. All of that involves innocent people being trafficked, abused, harmed, killed, and clearly walls are helpful in preventing criminal activity and keeping people safe. That's why people have used walls for thousands of years.
Right.
So I don't think maybe talk about that. Maybe it's another fake news situation where they're inserting this idea disingenuously to say, Donald Trump's building a wall, he hates immigrants. I mean, that's just silly.
When you lock your door at night, you're not saying you hate homeless people, you're securing yourself. When
Amen.
You build a wall around your house, you're not saying you hate your neighbors, you're saying I want to be secure. That's what our wall is about. It's about securing our citizens. Our citizens come first before everyone else in the world. So when Donald Trump said he was building a wall, it felt good, at least for me, to know I had a president who cared about my safety more than people of the world's safety. I should be coming first as far as in my country.
And doesn't Donald Trump always say that immigration is a good thing, but it's important that we understand who and why we are allowing immigrants to come into the U.S.? What is the immigration based on? He keeps talking about immigration based on merit. What does that mean?
Any sane immigration policy would be based on merit. Any policy, period, should be in an effort to aid the citizens of the country. Why would we're not a global humanitarian program. We're not a charity of the world. We can take asylum. We can take asylum seekers. We can do some of that. But as far as who we're bringing into our country to make citizens and to create lives for themselves, they should be helping American citizens. It should be based on the jobs we need in the country, based on things we need here. We are not a charity.
Another aspect of immigration is that this is kind of similar to the fallacy of BLM, the Black Lives Matter political organization that we were talking about, where clearly they are a violent criminal organization, but just because they take this name that says we care about black lives, everyone's like, oh, they're fighting for a good cause. We like them. Let's support them. Let's give them billions of dollars, literally. Where did that money go? Anyway, another question. But getting back to immigration, they say Donald Trump hates immigrants. He's against immigration. And what Trump's actually saying is, no. What about all the legal immigrants that are being harmed and are suffering because of violent illegal immigration issues. They always flip this upside down and say, oh, he's against immigration, when in reality, he's saying, no, the people who immigrated here legally, they need to be protected.
Absolutely.
And so break down for us the important difference that, of course, fake news CNN is not going to talk about, the difference between healthy, legal, orderly immigration and the immigration that's happening right now of chaos and murder and drug cartel traffic and all of this other stuff that's going on over the border.
Well, mass immigration harms legal immigrants. When you're mass importing people into the country, it drives immigrants who got here last year's wages down. It harms them. It takes away opportunities from them. Do you care about the immigrants we got last year? I think if you honestly care about legal immigrants, then you're for less immigration. We keep hearing immigrants add so much to our culture. Immigrants add, yeah, okay, we get it. Our country takes in more immigrants than any other country in the world. More immigrants than, when is China gonna take a few immigrants? When is Russia gonna take a few immigrants? So I'm done hearing about how much immigrant. Yeah, great. We take in more than anybody else. We get it.
Yeah, we got that game, but we want to play the game according to some rules that make sense and keep everyone safe. So,
right, totally.
Thanks so much, Christian. We appreciate your thoughtful insight. You guys, thanks for listening. Keep breaking down truth and fighting for freedom. God bless America. This is John Strand, Truth Maverick for Totally LA and New Right Network.